All right, so I'm sure each and every one of you have been involved in some type of athletic activity or maybe even a sport. And also you guys have probably drank Gatorade or Powerade before. Well, today my persuasive speech is over Gatorade versus Powerade and why Gatorade is a better sports drink for athletes. Let's go over the preview of points. First, we'll talk about the history of Gatorade. Then we'll take a sip into the sodium of Gatorade. And then the sugar, the amounts of sugar that's in the Gatorade, then the types of sugar. And then we'll end with some Gatorade fun facts and a video. Well, let's get started. First, the history of Gatorade. Some people might say that Powerade helps them more replenish their hydration, but after I go through the history, I'll tell you the three main reasons why they are wrong. At the University of Florida in 1965, the coaches were discovering some poor performance within the athletes. So they went to doctors to see if they could diagnose something that was wrong with them. The doctors discovered that the athletes were dehydrated, so then they worked with researchers and scientists to develop Gatorade. The first season that the Florida Gators drank Gatorade, they ended with their first positive record in almost a decade. Today, Gatorade is the official sports drink for over 70 D1 colleges. Now, let's take a sip into the sodium of these drinks. Sodium is an important component of blood. It keeps the water in the blood flow sufficient enough to keep you hydrated. And ingestion of sodium also prevents hyponatremia, which is a disease that stops the water blood flow, but you need sodium to keep that in. When you sweat, you lose about 900 to 1,400 milligrams of sodium per liter of sweat. So since Gatorade has 450 milligrams per liter of sodium and Powerade only has 225, Gatorade does a better job of replenishing the lost sodium that you lose in sweat. Now let's take a bigger gulp into the amount of sugar in these drinks. Gatorade has 6% sugar, whereas Powerade has 8%. In 1992, Coyle and Mountain did a research study that discovered that a good amount of sugar in a sports drink would be between 4 and 8%. Gatorade and Powerade both fall within this range. So in 1998, Mr. Shih and Carl Gasolfi saw a flaw in their research. They made research of their own, and they discovered that only between 5 and 7% is good for sports drinks, which only Gatorade falls under. Sugar is essential to have in the blood to give you energy, but the more sugar you have, it causes the amount of water flow in the blood to decrease, which also equals health problems. So since Gatorade has less sugar than Powerade, that is more sufficient than that, yeah. Now let's move on to the types of sugar in the drinks. Gatorade and Powerade are both a mix of carbohydrates, electrolytes, water, and other ingredients. But the sugar that Powerade uses is high fructose corn syrup, which has led to many diseases. And according to Dr. Hyman of the Cleveland Clinic Center, high amounts of ingestion of high fructose corn syrup can lead to diseases that lead to death. And Gatorade uses more simple sugars. They use sucrose and dextrose, which have not led to any health problems so far. So that gives another reason why Gatorade is superior over Powerade. Some Gatorade fun facts. The first Gatorade shower began as a prank in 1985. There are 100 billion ounces of Gatorade sold each year. When first made, the player said it tasted terrible. It said it tasted like bodily waste, but they still drank it because it helped their performance. And it was also very expensive to develop. The first batch of Gatorade cost $43 back in 1965. We're some Powerade fun facts. We're not even going to talk about those because they lost. To recap, we went over the history of Gatorade and Powerade and where they started. We went over the nutritional facts, which included the sodium, sugar, types of sugar, and then why Gatorade is better than Powerade overall, and then some fun facts. To end my persuasive speech today, I'm going to show you guys a video.
Wait, guys, you want to stay hydrated and work harder? Try Gatorade. Gatorade!
Now, the next time you guys are playing sports or involved in some type of athletic activity, I hope you guys choose Gatorade over Powerade. Thank you.